Zach Beluga returns to Happy Valley. He hasn't been there for a while, and you haven't been on his back for a little while, but he's very capable.
Yeah, of course. I've had a bit of luck on him throughout his career, and he gets around Happy Valley well enough, so that's not a problem. We'll just get him in the right spot and let him do his thing.
I know obviously you didn't ride him last time, but just on that run, obviously the ground was very tacky at Sha Tin that day. He was about one of the only horses to stay the far side, but ran a good race in the conditions. How, on that occasion, were ground conditions favouring the outside? I mean, he's obviously run such a good race on perhaps the unfavoured side.
Yeah, it certainly was better right up against the outside rail. If you could get sort of within 3 horses of the outside rail, it was faster ground, and he obviously stayed back through there on the inside and competed there and looked like he was a chance, maybe with 150 to go, and then just got bogged down a little bit, so it was a good effort.
You've got a really good record on the horse, obviously 4 wins. His last run around here, he was actually chasing far, so that form in the context of this looks very strong.
Yeah, of course, there's no problem with him getting around the track. He certainly handles it well. So he's a nice horse to be riding. He's in good form. That far form was pretty strong there as well, but his more recent form is good as well, and that's probably the more important part.
It's just a smallish field. You're drawn 1. Now you'll have a good handle on the speed. You rode Soulmate recently. He likes to roll on. Money Catch is another horse you've ridden. Do you see it turning into a bit of a tactical affair? Are you able to get a good spot from there, do you think?
Yeah, these small fields are always tactical, so it just, you can't really predict what's going to happen. You just got to play it as it unfolds, and we'll work it out as we go.
Douglas Whyte, Big 2, is a horse who's getting there with every run. What about Wednesday night? Is that going to be the night?
Well, I'm hoping so. Fingers crossed. He's as honest as the day's long. He's had a few luckless encounters with barrier draws and tempos, and last time he was a victim of circumstances when they really slowed down, and he got into all sorts of bother on a few horses' heels. So look, he's got gate 6. Bit of rain around will certainly enhance his chances, get his toe in. The horse remains in good form.
The report out of that race goes down as saying he cut a leg. To the extent of that injury, was that just a sort of superficial?
Oh, he had a few superficial cuts on 3 of his legs actually. So it was nothing of major significance, but you walk away. Thankfully he's okay, yeah. But it obviously had an effect on the result, I feel.
You mentioned obviously the ground. It was yielding ground last time. Do you feel he's a better horse on yielding ground?
I would tend to think that he would let down better.
Right.
He's a European horse, and he tends to feel to me in the mornings that the way he works on the all-weather track indicates that a bit of cushion is certainly going to help him.
Have you been riding most of his work?
I have. I've done most of his gallops, and as I said, his final gallop, I felt him in really good order.
And just on this morning, we've seen you trial stronger in the first. You personally didn't trial him, Lyle Hewitson did, but he looked to come through the trial very well. Were you happy with that?
I was. He's only just got back from a short letdown in Chung Fa, so he needed a trial this morning, but he seemed to stretch out well under the conditions, and I'm happy with the way he went.
Does he press on to the Premier Cup? Would that be his next likely target?
That's the likely target at the moment. It's I think he deserves a chance stepping up in distance. He's run huge races over the 1200, and I think he gets his chance now to have a crack at 1400.
Joe, excellent peers. It was quite impressive last time, and draws another nice barrier on Wednesday night.
Yeah, hopefully he repeats what he's done last time. He began very well, placed himself in a striking spot. He should have every chance from there once again.
He's got £7 more to carry. Naturally, the handicap is going to penalise him. Do you feel he's still a horse that has got that progression to go forward and carry that forward?
He definitely can improve. I wouldn't be saying that he has improved from his last race to this one because it's such a short period of time, but he's got everything to do so. So I'm hoping that the handicap hasn't done him quite yet, but that's their job. But at the same time, I'm quite confident that he's more than capable to winning the class in the rate that he is at the moment, and I believe he's going to be an even higher rated kind of a horse for the near future.
Yeah, he looks like he might have a bit to play with, obviously 56 rated. I mean, it's a case of 3s. This is your 3rd ride, Frankie's 3rd run, and he wears the hood and cross noseband for the 3rd time as well. So Frankie's done a good job with this fellow since he's had him.
Oh yeah, so listen, he used to be a little bit cranky in the gate. A couple of trials he missed the start. the first time I rode him at the races, he didn't begin very well, but with the gears on and knowing him a little bit better, he started doing things obviously better. And I'm honestly expect him to do what he's done last time, which is go very straightforward.
He looks like a leading chance in what looks a winnable race. You and Frankie obviously no strangers to teaming up for success. We saw you trial Master 8 here this morning. Look, it was a depleted trial, just the three of them, but he won it well. Were you happy with him?
Oh, very happy. He seems very fresh. Feels sound, no problems with him at all. So he's just on the progressed way to get back to his best fitness to go back to the races. So answering your question, yes, I'm extremely happy with him.
And I'm not sure, obviously, of the plan. Is his plan going forward, perhaps the Premier Cup? Would that be the target?
It's a plan that I'm not aware yet.
Sure.
Frankie didn't really tell me the name of the race or which race he's actually going to run at. But I guess soon we're going to find out, and hopefully I can ride him, because he's a horse that I had a bit of success together. So I guess we should want to ride him once again, I guess.
Lyle, Valiant Elegance is a horse that I imagine holds a place in your heart. He's been a really good friend of yours.
Yes, he's been pretty special to me in Hong Kong. Obviously, he's racked up 4 wins in 5 starts for me. So yeah, it's fantastic, and I just wish we could continue on that upward trend.
That first run in Class 3 last time was obviously very good. He got the win. You looked to get a fair kick out of that as well.
Yeah, it felt really good. Just the fact that he's a horse that was down in Class 5 at the end of last season, and he's just kept winning for me, which is fantastic, and found himself winning in Class 3. And it came as a bit of a surprise. I mean, we knew the horse was well in that, but it was a step up, and the fact that he could do it with a change of tactics was something that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, as you say, 12 months ago, I think he won a Class 5 off 39 rated. He's come a fair way since then. Talking on just tactics, I mean, he's led. He took a lead last time. Is he a very versatile horse?
Oh, we never ever thought so. He hadn't shown much from when he had been in behind, but obviously when the pace is quick enough that he's in a rhythm behind him, then it shows that there's no problem with that. So there's no need to change how we plan to ride him, and if things fall into place like they did last time, well, we know he can absolutely accelerate off that and still perform very well. So it does give us a few more options.
I know it's only a mini milestone, if you will, but if he was to win, that would bring up 20. He was your first winner of the season. He was your first winner back as well, so quite appropriate.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Like I said, I do think he's got his work cut out. Last time, like I said, it did come as a little bit of a surprise, but I won't discount him.
And just in the race, obviously, I mean, things do get that bit tougher for him going forward. Did you feel he can still hold his own in a race like this?
Yeah, well, his times suggest that he can, and the way he won last time I thought was probably the best out of all his wins. So maybe it's just a horse that is coming to his own, and he had the wind operation last season, and it's just seemed to improve throughout every start now, and he's just got better and better.